Hi guys, I normally don't make commentated Divinity videos, but I thought it would be interesting for this video. Um, we're in the Hall of Echoes, and normally we're supposed to leave by talking to Amaria. What I want to show it in this video is how to escape instances like the Hall of Echoes and later on the arena, and then to see what happens if you escape them via a, unintended way. So in order to escape the Hall of Echoes, in this video, we're gonna dismiss Sir Laura. And as he's running away, when he gets to the bottom of the stairs, he's gonna despawn. But we can backlash him. So we just backlashed him, and we end up near the what is it called, Amadia Sanctuary. So now we're in a pretty interesting state. We're not supposed to be here, so Gortiana is gonna tell us to get out. So we'll do that. We'll get out. We don't really want to fight. But from here, I'll quick save. The reason why I quick saved is because we are actually in a pretty interesting state. We are supposed to be in the Hall of Echoes right now, but we're not. So the question is, what happens if we die? It just so happens that I can find an encounter here. I'll skip ahead here. But of course the question is, what happens if we die? If we die, we get teleported back to the Hall of Echoes, and we get a message saying,
Shrill voice echoes inside your mind. Over and over it screams, "You will not die here. I will not permit it."
So that's an interesting message. Maybe you've never seen that before, but it's what happens when you die in the Hall of Echoes. I'm going to reload the game back to the Hall of Echoes state. I'm going to go to the arena, but as you can tell, I cannot use waypoints, so I'm gonna have to walk my way there, which obviously I will speed up, and I'll see you at the arena. Okay, so we're here, we're in Fort Joy. I actually stopped by Dr. Leste to get the Bullhorn skillbook, which is what I'm gonna need for the next part. I'm gonna make my way to the arena, which is right here. While we're down in the arena, we need to do two things. I'm going to need one of these objects. A vase. Vase is what it's called, yes. And I'm going to throw that with a glitch into the arena like this. There we go. And just to be safe, I'll throw another one. How I'm throwing this is I'm using what is called a super fling, which is where you bind a secondary key to left click and then use that secondary left click to drag, move, and release objects. So now I'm going to start the arena fight. I'm going to do it alone. So now that we're in the fight alone, we can do several things. First of all, we want to escape the arena, just like we escaped the Hall of Echoes. But obviously we don't have Sir Laura here, so this is going to be different. I also want to reduce the amount of enemies I'm facing because we're going to be in combat, but we're going to be outside of the arena. So if there's like 4 enemies still in combat, they're going to take their turns every single time. So how we're going to kill these enemies and leave one is just via a heavy bag. This is... we'll kill this guy. Yes, there we go. Let's take back the bag. Why not? And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna run all the way back to the vase here. Vase? The vase? I'm sorry, I don't speak English normally. Now from here, what we want to do is we want to cast Bull Rush. And we're gonna fly back to the place where the other NPCs were. And in order to do that, we're actually gonna cheat. Why do I say we're going to cheat? It's because we have to bull rush this item mid-air. Now, in order for you to get a nice picture of that, I'm actually going to move the Red Prince back to the arena as well. So, again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the vase here. While it's flying mid-air, I'm gonna bull rush it. So let's do that. Let's get a nice angle here. Maybe something like this. Sure. Now we're gonna move the vase like this. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna slow the game down because it's really hard to do this in real time. It's not impossible, but it's really hard. So let's do that, and we clicked it. So now we're gonna switch to the Red Prince. We'll wait for the vase to land. There it is. Now watch what happens. And there we are. So my character is now outside of the arena. If I pass turn, yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? There's nothing this character can do because she cannot reach me. She's stuck inside that arena boundary. So what I can do now is I can start interacting with the world. So let's do that. We can go outside. We're still on fire. That's a bit annoying. Let's see if we can pass the turn. Yes, we can. And in this state, I'll quick save. Right now, we are in a very interesting state. Because we are supposed to be in the Hall of Echoes, but we're not. We're supposed to be in the arena, but we're not. So the interesting question is, what happens when we start interacting with the world? Well, I have the bag here. Let's say I kill this guy. Well, nobody is aggroing on me. Let's try some other places, and I'll speed up to some interesting spots. Okay, I don't have a collar on. And normally, the Magisters are supposed to be aggressive against me, but they're not. So, in this state, the game doesn't aggro me at all, which is pretty interesting. So, we're not supposed to be here at all, right? Normally, the game will... the enemies that are standing here will attack you. Nothing happens. We can just stand near any NPC. Yes. So what we can do is we can also attack people. And what happens is if I don't kill them in one shot, they'll join combat. So yes, it is possible to get into combat. It just doesn't automatically happen if you aren't in combat. Here's a pretty interesting place to go. What happens if we walk here? As you can see, this doesn't start the cutscene. Normally, this is supposed to start a cutscene, and he's talking through. Okay, hang on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill him. And even though he's dead, he still kills the elven prisoner. So, yeah. Probably the elven prisoner is one of those mobs that you just simply cannot save. Okay, so I've made a little plant centipede, which if I move this around, it's gonna do a lot of damage. I could totally throw this on myself and kill myself, but I just kind of want to see what happens if I use this on, let's say, there's an enemy here. Let's give him a visit. Oh, that's only one of them. That's interesting. Okay. Let's chuck it like this. Let's go here. Okay. Go over there. So we're at the Voidwoken Deep Dweller, and obviously he cannot attack me. Now what happens if we chuck this? Oh, that's pretty fun. He dies, but we do engage in combat, so interestingly enough, this way of forcing combat isn't a good way to do it. Now let's kill ourselves. Hey, that was interesting. So, for a split second we appeared at the arena, but we end up in the Hall of Echoes anyway. So it seems like, in terms of scripting, teleporting to the Hall of Echoes must come later than teleporting to the arena. So we're back at the start. Hopefully that was interesting, and I'll catch you in the next one.